RevivalHouse.net and the Revival House Network present Retro Rampage.
What's
I got Zach
up?
here. It's a special Retro Rampage. Got Zach here, and we're gonna do Axiom Verge. It's special.
No.
It's
The other ones are special. I was here before. Those are technically special.
That makes sense. And if you guys aren't familiar with what Zach's talking about, we're gonna start doing these on a regular basis. And I think at the point that this gets posted, we might have one posted. But basically, we want to try and do them on a weekly basis. And if you guys like them, we'll keep doing them. So feedback's appreciated, and let us know what games you want us to do. And I think very consistently will be me and my brother Dakota. But Zach will do as much as Zach wants to do. We'll do them too. And anything else extra we can do will be Candy, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, so looking forward to this. And also, if you guys listen to any of our podcasts out there, keep in mind that it won't get in the way of like our commentaries and stuff like that, the output there. I mean, that's still kind of, I think, our baby.
Mm-hmm.
So this is all just for fun. Don't want to take it too seriously. Definitely not trying to become the next fucking PewDiePie.
Before we start the game, just notice these graphics, the cool music. Let me just tell you that, you see that guy at the bottom, Thomas Happ? That's one dude, and he did all of it over a span of 4 years.
The whole game?
Yeah.
And this is the fucking Metroid guy? Or who is it? Or he's a fan, right?
Yeah.
He did the whole fucking thing.
Mm-hmm.
Is this a game you had to purchase? Is it on like the network?
Yeah. It's actually out physically on like PlayStation Vita. And I know it's at least, I don't know if it's already out, but it is gonna be out at some point on the Switch.
Cool. Have you beat it before?
Mm-hmm.
And so you recommend it highly?
Yes.
All right. Well, that's enough said.
Let's start.
It's got Zach's endorsement. Let's do it.
I cleared a new game for our video here.
So, why don't you tell me about the game, since I don't fucking know what's going on? Like, what's the premise? I mean, I know I could read New Mexico 2005 in the distant future.
Yeah, basically, you're a scientist, and there's an explosion in the lab, and you wake up, and you're just in this weird fucking reality.
Okay.
You kind of look like Otacon.
Mixed with Egon.
Yeah.
Near the nose. So, is this exposition here, this whole intro stuff, necessary?
It's really short, so I'll just let it play for people that want to follow it.
I gotcha. Yeah, let's see. How did he make this? What engine did he use? Like, how do people make these like indie games like this?
Yeah, I don't know. I was wondering too. You think this is the same place where the thing happened? Just across the street? I like to think so.
Well, let's just say that everything would have been a lot different.
And now we stop, motherfucker.
Yeah,
Motherfucker.
So it's Metroidvania. It's all one map, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what's your deal? You're literally just a human being. Do you find weapons and upgrades and shit along the way? Do you get powerful?
Yep. Just
Look at
like
him.
it.
He's woke. I bet you they modeled this guy off the creator, huh?
You bet he modeled it after himself?
Yeah, he just looks like a regular guy, doesn't he? Doesn't he look like a fucking guy that would make a game in his college dorm?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what he looks like?
I don't know. I've never seen him. But look, you go left on the screen and get your first power up. What's that like?
Yeah. But does it the whole thing play just like a big tribute, or does it at all stand on its own legs, or?
Yeah, it's on its own, yeah.
Okay.
We gotta go help this bitch wake up. She all sleepy and shit. Yeah, so I wish I could hear the soundtrack, but my TV has to be muted, otherwise there'd be feedback on my microphone. So you can hear it.
I'm a noob to this shit, but so we can stream to things like Twitch or Mixer, like when we're doing our thing, like even if we're like using a particular program on the PC and whatnot.
Yeah, you can, but like I don't know, like I don't know, because I know you gotta like, you can't just stream right to YouTube. You gotta have like a different program and shit.
basically what I'm saying is there any way that like on the sessions that it's me and Dakota that you could join in like via audio and watch?
Yeah, if he has like a Twitch or something to stream it, and I could only watch and then kind of talk about what I'm seeing. Yeah,
no, for sure. Okay, so let me think. So we'd have to have Twitch. We want to do a Twitch anyway. We have it. Should we just go ahead and start a Twitch?
If you want, yeah.
I guess we should. We'll just start a Twitch and we'll do that. I think it's a great idea.
But if you want people to hear us all live, it would take a little more shit.
I'm just kind of doing it to record. So is there no way that we can do these just to have the recording and not post it then? Not go live?
I think it'll go live, but we don't have to advertise. Maybe you can set it up so that it's private. That's possible.
We'll figure it out. Do you think there will be a lot of lag?
The last time when we did freaking Shovel Knight, there wasn't much of any. Like, what are you seeing right now?
It's okay most of the time. There's been 2 moments where it was laggy.
Oh, yeah.
But it's okay. It's actually kind of laggy right now, actually.
I got my first new gun. Well, I guess I just got 2. Yeah, you get a lot of guns in this game.
So, is the boss like Mother Brain? Is the end battle like Mother Brain?
Nope. You'll have to see. But yeah, we probably won't play this whole game unless we get, people wanting us to keep playing.
What's the playtime like on it? How long does it take to clear?
I think the first time I beat it, it was like, 15 hours.
Oh wow, that's pretty big.
Yeah, but
I don't think Super Metroid takes that long.
It's one of those things where it's like the first time you play it, it's always the longest.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah, if you know how to play Super Metroid, you could beat it really quick. And it's the same with this. So what you think so far?
It looks awesome. It looks really intriguing. If it's going to come out on Switch, I'd totally get it for that.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting a Switch still.
I love my Switch, man. I mean, granted, I've only played Mario Odyssey and Zelda, but that keeps you pretty busy,
Mm-hmm.
And which is good. I'm glad I waited a bit to get one, and then now I'm getting through those games because by the time I've really had my fill, there'll be games I want out on it, more stuff. Mm-hmm. Oh, they're going to have that Street Fighter 2 collection on there.
Oh, yeah.
I can't wait for that, man.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to play the fuck out of that.
The Doom is coming out on there, the newest one.
Oh, it's already been out.
Have you played that on there?
I haven't played there on there. I have it on PS4. Wolfenstein's on there too.
Have you played either of those?
No, I've only played Zelda and Mario.
You fuck up. The new Doom was really good.
I only played a little bit, to try it out. I played it for like 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
It was cool. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I died because I can't hear. It does that thing like Metroid, so it beeps whenever you're gonna die, and I didn't hear it.
Well, don't you have a life bar anywhere?
Yeah, I just didn't. I wasn't paying attention. See, these are just like Metroid enemies. These motherfuckers. So I guess I could ask you what all you played today because you just recorded 4 episodes. Yeah. What was it?
So, we got Killer Instinct in the bag. Had a bit of a frustrating time with that one because we weren't exactly playing on the easiest mode, and it's a little tedious getting on the top of the ladder, but the boss, it was treating us like shit, man. It was tough, and I was kind of losing it for a little bit. And we did Mighty Morphin Power Rangers on the Super Nintendo, and we did Mortal Kombat 4 on the Game Boy Color. The worst port of all time. Not only is it the worst port of all time, it might be the shittiest looking game ever.
Really?
Dude, it looks bad. I can't wait for you to watch it. It looks like dog shit.
You should get the unfinished Resident Evil port for the Game Boy Color and play it.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Mm-hmm.
I would love a way to be able to capture Gamecom so we could play the Resident Evil 2 Gamecom game and the Mortal Kombat Trilogy Gamecom.
Mm-hmm.
Me and my brother said, you know what, we had the Mortal Kombat 4 thing is so cool. I'd like to make a series of videos. I'd like to do all the Mortal Kombat ports. I'd like to do Mortal Kombat Advance, which is the Game Boy Advance version of Ultimate MK3, which Ed Boon says is the worst port he's ever played. I don't think he's played the fourth game.
Really?
He really, at least Ultimate MK, and Mortal Kombat Advance looks like Ultimate MK. Its shortcomings are in the buttons and some of the limitations. Dude, this fucking game, MK4 on GBC, it looks like ET on the Atari. I can't wait for you to see it. Don't ruin it.
Oh, first boss.
Okay. I'm going to see if he'll post that one first. So that way, when people are listening to this, they can go right to it. And just check it out.
What the fuck is that?
It's a sphincter, man.
Yeah.
It's going to poop on you?
Hopefully.
Who knows, man? I mean, like, all this stuff that we're doing, right? Is that Bane from Dark Knight Rises? No, but all these things that we're doing, we're still kind of finding our footing with this game stuff. Not taking it too seriously, but I think we're going to, like anything else, we're going to kind of find our formatting, kind of find our groove with it. You know, who knows? You know, I was talking about how we're going to be doing the ones, I think, regularly on Mondays. Maybe these are a little different. Maybe these, so if we, maybe these can be Retro Rampage long plays.
Yeah.
Where we come back to them, you know? You know, like technically how we did Mega Man X, right?
Yeah.
So maybe they could technically be differentiated a little bit like that way. I don't know. I'm just fucking spitting.
You spitting bars?
Spitting bars.
Here's a purple Barney testicle.
Yeah, that's what it look like.
Got a drill, baby. Drill, baby, drill.
So I wonder if the lag is caused by the server or like one of our connections, like net connections.
Yeah, I've used this. I swear we used this to do Shovel Knight, and there wasn't much of a lag at all. You said.
Yeah.
So
well, I don't know. I'm thinking about upgrading my internet. What's your internet speeds?
Apparently they're going up to 100. I have 50, and apparently they're getting rid of 50 and going up. So
Who do you have?
It's called New Wave.
Okay, so that's the same thing with here. I got Cox. They called me up and told me that they're getting rid of. I have 50 download, 5 upload.
Yeah, that's what I had.
And it's enough. It's plenty.
I don't think they've upgraded it yet, but I think they're going too soon.
They called me and said, I'm grandfathered into this, but they're like, oh, you can pretty much go to like 100 download. And I don't think it was like 10 upload. I think it was like 15 upload.
Really?
But yeah, and
uploading our videos should be even quicker.
No, absolutely. And you know, I don't do anything without thinking about it. Even though it sounded all good and stuff, it's like, well, who knows what the prices are going to be? Because I mean, my price will be unchanged for 2 years. And they said, well, in 2 years, it's only like $5 more. I'm like, yeah, but you said but the prices will be subject to change. That particular service is $5 more as of right now. But in 2 years, what will it be? Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
But who knows? I mean, the way shit's going, like maybe like 50. Maybe there's a reason why they get rid of it. I mean, is 50 going to be like the new 10? You know?
Yeah, I was wondering too, like if like the net neutrality thing works like it does in other countries, which is what we're like fearing whenever they put like price tags on streaming video and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was wondering, like, will that work? Will that like change, like, you know, where you can have the what are they called, megabytes, like 50 megabytes? Maybe it's like,
yeah,
they're just locked to whatever like couple packages you have. Like, oh yeah, if you just get internet, you don't get like this package. It's just always at like, I don't know, 1 or 2 megabytes, and if you unlock video streaming, it goes up to like 50 or whatever. So I don't know how they do it.
Is this obviously if Cox is doing it too and your local company's doing it too, do you think it's a result of net neutrality somehow, getting rid of that?
I don't know. It's possible. It's really weird that we only have like, we're getting 100 because like I've heard America has some of the slowest internet speeds. Like I've heard in like China they have fucking up to like 900 megabytes or whatever.
Yet they can't fucking do anything but push their propaganda.
Yeah.
Like they can't go on. They're not allowed to go on YouTube and shit. They're sitting there and they have these crazy internet speeds, and yet all it does is promote people using the proxies like they do to access YouTube and Google.
Mm-hmm.
But
they need to stop that shit.
I know, it's dumb. Because it's like when Randall Plunkett and I on the Deep End episode 4, we were talking about how the world's so small. Everybody's more connected now. Everybody can be into the same bands, music, movies, because we all have the internet. We're all connected. It's a lot smaller of a planet, except for China and North Korea. Countries like that. They're still kind of behind, but it was really satisfying to watch you blow up all those little red eyeball things, those little red fish eggs. Blah 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 blah.
Mm-hmm. Drilling through them.
Was it gratifying? Is it more gratifying to actually do it than just me watching them?
Mm-hmm. It was orgasmic. These enemies are fucking assholes. Yeah, I really wanted. I'm still bummed because back when we did the Shovel Knight one, we originally planned to do one of my favorite games, and I was all excited. I was like, yeah, we're gonna do Castlevania Symphony of the Night. This is gonna be amazing. Oh, look at that. That's one.
Is that glitchy?
Yeah, the game it has meta kind of humor in it, where it's like, oh yeah, some of the shit is glitchy. You can get a gun that unglitches it.
Oh.
It's pretty cool.
So, Castlevania Symphony of the Night.
Yeah, that was originally what we were going to do, but the way I'm streaming this is through my Xbox, and Castlevania Symphony of the Night is an Xbox 360 classic, like an arcade game.
Gotcha.
And so it doesn't let me do it with backwards compatible games. Maybe they'll unlock that at some point.
We can do this through PS4 too, right, though?
Yeah, it's on PS4.
So we can go through Twitch and whatever too.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Some more dialogue for all you fucks that are reading it.
So are you on Twitch right now recording it? Is that what you're doing? No, Mixer.
Yeah.
What's the difference between Twitch and Mixer?
Mixer, I think, is just on Xbox.
Gotcha.
So we got a new weapon again. And I forgot to go fucking save. Yeah, don't you hate that in games where there's two paths and you're like, oh, I'm gonna go this way because it looks like that's the way I'm supposed to go. I want to make sure there's nothing to collect, and then you accidentally go the way you're supposed to go, and you lose the chance to go that other way that was probably full of secrets. That's in newer games though. You don't play newer games that much.
No, not too much. Like I said, Mario and Zelda. Which, by the way, man, you should get a Switch, though. Mario, I had a lot of fun with that. It's going to be a hard one to 100%, just because there's so many fucking moons and shit. But I'm going to try. And then Zelda, I finally started Zelda after putting in a couple of months just in Mario, kind of taking my time. And Zelda's a little overwhelming.
It is.
I think, and I heard that about it. For one, I'm not used to MMOs. No, open world games. Massive, not multiplayer, I'm sorry, but just giant open box games like that. I'm not used to it anyway. Maybe if I played things like Skyrim prior, I would be a little bit more, used to it, but I'm not, and it's just, it's really overwhelming. So I think it's going to have a bit of a learning curve for me. Yeah. Right? I think after I get through a few hours, I'll finally start to kind of okay.
Yeah. That's why you haven't played the new Metal Gear yet, you little fuck.
I downloaded that. I have that.
I can't believe you know that exists. You haven't played it and you ain't playing it.
I forgot I had it actually. But I kind of feel like I should play. What's the prequel thing? The prologue.
Yeah, I was just
Ground
counting that
Zeroes.
as part of it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I downloaded it, but it doesn't come with Ground Zero. So I still feel like I should buy the collection that has all of it.
Yeah.
That one's hard to find, man. Like, Best Buy doesn't carry it anymore. I go online, I can't. I guess I can probably hopefully find it on Amazon.
Really?
Yeah.
I have it.
The one that has both included?
Oh, no, I just have it alone. Went the wrong way.
I'll play it eventually. I mean, it's kind of a mixed bag. I mean, I've heard some people say, it's a little thin on the story. Because Metal Gear is all about story for me.
It's got one of the longest stories. It's way more simple of a story, I'd say.
But in a good way.
It's not my favorite story in the series, but I like it.
Metal Gear's convoluted, obviously, so I didn't know if that was supposed to be a good thing. You were saying.
In a way, it is.
I'll play it eventually. I mean, I wasn't like right on the pulse when Metal Gear Solid 4 came out. I played that late.
Yeah.
Like when did MSG 4 come out?
I think that was like a couple, like maybe a couple months, maybe or a year after the PlayStation 3 came out. Yeah.
I'm gonna look it up actually, because 4. Yeah, so that came out in 2008. I didn't play it until, let me fucking think. I played it finally in 2 years later. It took me 2 years to play it. So, but I don't know. I might be coming up on that quota for MSG 5 now.
Yeah. I like it. It's good. And I'm looking forward to talking about the ending with you.
I know, eventually, man.
I can't believe you managed to not have it spoiled.
Yeah, I just stay away from that shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, these first 2 bosses are pretty easy. Actually, they're all pretty easy if you know what you're doing.
But by the way, I kind of hate that you exposed that, because now you saying that a second ago kind of almost invites people to comment and spoil that.
Oh, fuck.
I hope they don't. Please, guys, don't do it.
Yeah, don't.
Metal Gear Solid is honestly, I know it doesn't sound like it because I haven't played 5, but it's just because I'm a busy adult. But Metal Gear Solid is is one of my favorite series, and the original Metal Gear Solid is my favorite Sony PlayStation game. It's my favorite game of that generation, maybe except, I mean, maybe one of the Final Fantasies, but like, I don't know. It's up there. I love it. I still play that game. We should do a long play of the first Metal Gear Solid.
Mm-hmm.
I fucking love that. I love that game.
I need to get like another capture device, one like the one that you had that wasn't the one you needed. I need one that'll connect to the console and then also connect to the computer to stream it. Because like the PlayStation 1 or 3, that's backwards compatible with PlayStation 1, but that can't stream over it. So I'd have to get a capture that can hook up to the computer and stream.
So the capture device you have now, what does it do?
It just records.
Oh, it just records?
Yeah.
So it doesn't just stream? Oh, you're saying that one that I had, it could stream to?
Probably. I'm not sure which one you had exactly, but
it was the highest grade Elgato they sold. Which is
probably
like,
then, yeah.
It was like $220.
I'm hoping we can get to at least the third boss. I need to do that too, because I feel like I'm missing a lot of the game. Like not commenting on the music and stuff. So here's the gun that can glitch shit out and into the game.
What does it do to help you? Oh, I gotcha. Platforms. So this guy, he did the music too, huh?
Mm-hmm. I guess he had a job at some game studio, but during his off hours, he was working on this by himself.
Just like Alex on Grandma's Boy.
Yeah.
In his spare time, yeah.
And I guess
some guy named JP was stealing his idea.
I guess Sony.
How's that new game coming along? JP? People will bow to it.
I want to watch that again, actually.
Yeah. It's on Voodoo, but I don't remember my fucking Voodoo password. I gotta reset it. I gotta add those. I'm sorry, man. I gotta add those movies I keep saying I'll add, like Blair Witch and.
They actually they updated the Voodoo website, which at first kind of looks like they decided to downgrade it and make it more minimalist, but it kind of works. I actually kind of like it, and I think the video player is a little different, so maybe we can use that and not kind of get behind again, like we were last time.
Oh yeah, well we could try. It's just the app. I know I use the app on my Samsung TV, and it's so unstable. Like literally, I could use it a little bit before, but the last couple times I tried to use it, I couldn't watch in 4K, or it would like constantly skip and cut and freeze, and I'd have to sit there and downscale it to 1080, and then I could watch it, you know. But even then, it's just so unreliable and it's bullshit. Like, why?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I did watch actually a few weeks ago. I watched that Arnold movie Aftermath, the one I bought, and I'll put it in the box. I'll put it in Vudu. But
yeah,
it was okay. It was yeah, it was all right.
So that's a no. Then don't watch it.
I'd say it's worth a watch, but it's like it's dreary Arnold. It's modern dreary Arnold, where he's like being all like dramatic.
He's always like that now.
Yeah, yeah, it is. It kind of screams like all the movies he's been doing. Mm-hmm. Like he's like not talking so much, you know, just giving depressive looks on his face, despair. You know, his family got killed. But I will say they had a chance. They had an opportunity to do a very, very predictable ending with their story, and they didn't take it.
Yeah.
So, and the whole movie, I'm watching it. I mean, his performance is good. It's entertaining. It's entertaining. You don't want to turn it off or anything. Don't get me wrong. Mm-hmm. But like, I don't know if it's great or anything. But yeah, the whole time I'm thinking, I already know the ending of this movie. And I literally said to my brother, because I watched it with him, I'm like, if they do this at the end of the movie, I called at the beginning, and if they do that, I will burn this movie. Because I was just like, I was expecting it, and they didn't do it. So, you know, I'm proud of them.
Mm-hmm.
I was so convinced of what the ending was going to be that it actually surprised me when the ending happened the way it did. I'm like, oh,
So now anybody that watches it knowing what you just said is probably going to figure it out, right? The opposite of what you think is going to happen.
I would hope they would think what I thought was going to happen, because it's not a movie that I expected to stray from format, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I really wasn't expecting it to. And I'm not saying it's a super complex script or anything. I just really expected them to, you know, do the obvious stuff. Have you ever seen the movie The Crossing Guard?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, basically, when I was watching the movie, it's not the exact same, but it kind of has a parallel structure and somewhat similar story about grief as The Crossing Guard, which Sean Penn directed, and it was starring Jack Nicholson.
Mm-hmm.
And I literally thought they were going to do the same ending as The Crossing Guard. They were kind of planting these little seeds around. I'm like, man, this is kind of reminding me a little bit like the structure of that movie. I'm like, watch, it's going to fucking happen. It's going to be the same thing. And they didn't do it, so it's good for them.
Cool.
It's a little anticlimactic. And same thing with that movie, The Crossing Guard. Just a little anticlimactic. Like, what?
Take 2 of these and call me in the morning. What was it Arnold said about the movie?
Oh, okay. So obviously George Clooney was pretty notorious for slamming that movie in press, even as he was like promoting it. he had to, you know, you're paid to promote shit and go on the you know, the press circuit. Mm. And you know, people were talking about the movie and he was just sliding it. And even one interview, there's a famous video, it's on YouTube, it's funny, and he's like, well, Arnold said this. He's like, yeah, Arnold's fake.
What was it Arnold said, though?
Oh, man, well, he said a lot of stuff. But anyway, he was on the Jay Leno show. He's like, oh, so tell us about this new movie. And then he's like, let me tell you, Jay, Mr. Freeze, he makes the Terminator look like a babysitter.
That's it. Yeah.
Like a babysitter. and he says it with such conviction, like he's really, like he's saying like a serious salesman with his eyes wide. like you must try the ShamWow. It is clean, very good. See, I didn't forget it.
That's amazing.
You know? Arnold here, mopping low. He's like Billy Mays. But yeah, he's a salesman, man. I mean, he knows how to sell a movie. But for better or worse. Mr. Freeze makes Terminator like a babysitter. He might have killed more people, technically. He froze a lot of fuckers.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
It's hard telling.
Yeah. Nuh-uh. Mr. Freeze by default isn't scarier than the Terminator because Mr. Freeze had feelings. He was doing it all for his wife.
Mm-hmm.
For a cure. Terminator ain't got no feelings. he knows why we cry by the end of the second movie, but it's still something he can't do. That's straight out of fucking like Metroid.
Mm-hmm. I understand now why you cry.
I understand now why you come, but it's something I can never do. Until now!
Exactly.
It's always surprising him. He's a learning computer after all.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna stick my cock in your ass, John.
What do you think the next movie is gonna be that they're making?
You mean Terminator?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Hopefully it's just a fucking movie. It's such a... That ship has sailed, man. I mean, I don't know if they can ever bring it back.
What if it comes out and it's great?
I hope it is, but what's sad is if they ever had a chance in hell of making a movie that's to be made serious again, I don't know if it could star Arnold, and I don't want that either. So basically, it's like just leave it alone. I think if anybody can do it, James Cameron sort of like heading it, even though he's not directing it because he's a pussy. I think it would give the project a lot of validation if he directed it.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, I get it. He's still executive producing it, and he's overseeing it. I'm pretty sure the James Cameron touch will still be there, his approval and everything else, but still, like, it would just bring a lot to the project's, authenticity if he directed it.
Yeah.
But whatever, regardless, if it's got his blessing and he's actually hands-on with it, they could do it. They could. The only thing that sucks is we've seen Arnold in these movies too much in recent time. Are we supposed to pretend all this shit didn't happen?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm saying, it'd be different if Arnold didn't do the last one. If Terminator Genesis started somebody else, and then you could separate it. Be like, okay, Arnold's coming back, James Cameron's coming back, and they could do like a real gritty, and the way James Cameron could tell the story where it makes sense where Arnold's old, they could do it 100%. But now we just have to pretend like Genesis didn't happen just a couple of years ago. Like, okay. And by the time this movie comes out, we got to pretend it didn't happen 5 years ago. Still, it's like, and we got to go through it all over again.
Yeah.
If they get the furlong on, I'm sold. No, they do. If they're gonna go all in like that, Linda Hamilton's gonna be in it too.
Yeah.
Even though in the third one, Linda Hamilton was. Oh, that's right. They're only calling this. That's right. We gotta ignore part 3. It's so funny.
Why did they even kill her off in the third one?
Who fucking knows, man?
She probably just didn't want to come back.
I don't know. Maybe she didn't want anything to do with that franchise because at the time she probably hated her ex, James Cameron.
Oh, yeah.
Even though she stole half his money. Who knows? Maybe that's why James Cameron isn't directing the movie.
Maybe.
Like, we can keep it professional, but I'd rather not like be on set every day with her.
When did they get married?
Somewhere between Terminator 1 and Terminator 2, I think. I mean, I could see.
Mm-hmm. I watched that movie Good Times.
Oh, is that... Okay, what's that? Sorry. I thought I knew what it was for a second.
It's like Robert Patrick, and he's got like a retarded brother, and he,
so it's not so Good Times.
He gets his brother to like help him rob banks and shit. It was pretty good. I'd recommend it.
Who's in this?
Robert Patrick.
Just Robert Patrick? He's selling a whole movie by himself?
No one I really know noticed.
So where did you find it? Where is it airing?
It's like
airing, that dates myself, doesn't it? Where is it streaming?
It's independent. It came out like just a couple weeks ago. It was made by the guy that made this movie called Heaven Knows What or something like that. And it's about like drug addiction or something. It's on Netflix, but Good Times isn't.
Okay, so how'd you find Good Times?
I heard about it back when it was still in theaters. Heard it was good.
And you watched it in theater?
No, I rented it.
On Redbox?
At the video store.
The video store?
Yeah.
This came out a couple weeks ago and you still have a video store?
Yeah, Family Video still exists where I live.
What?
Does it not exist anywhere else?
No, dude, I haven't seen a video rental store in years, dude. I live in Phoenix. I've never seen a video rental store. I
go there to rent games before I buy them.
So, That's so crazy. What are they What is a place like Family Video in 2018 charging to rent for rentals?
I don't know. It's like $3 for 5 nights on a game.
What about like on Good Times, a movie?
I have half off, so it was just like $1 or something.
Oh, okay, so it's like Redbox. They have to compete with that.
Mm-hmm.
How are they keeping the lights on, man?
I don't know.
I don't
It's a
know.
small town, probably.
I was born in a small town. On a small town. Do you ever like hear that song and think to yourself?
Not really.
Oh, okay. All his songs sound the same. So, okay, guess what? I'm blown away. Linda Hamilton, she was married to James Cameron from 1997 to 1999. That's it.
Really?
And that was like way late. That was like during Titanic. That's crazy. So, okay. He must have been dating her all through like T1.
She was hot in T1.
She's not looking too good now.
I'd probably still fuck her.
Would you banga her Topanga?
Probably.
I was talking to my brother, and he was talking about the podcast. Like, the only thing I remember about Corey G was the line where he said, "I want a banga Topanga."
That's still one of his best lines. And it's not even on the soundboard.
It needs to be on the soundboard.
Yeah.
But it's so funny. You got your own banga Topanga. You got I want to eat Sony's ass. I'd say that's almost your catchphrase at this point.
See, I'm sucking when I can't hear the freaking...
I'll let you know. I can. Oh,
Yeah, I'm close to dying.
how do you get some life, dude?
At save stations.
A station.
That big egg.
The big egg. Dude, I watched Station. I watched Bill and Ted 1 and 2 back to back a couple nights ago.
We should have did a commentary.
I'd be down to do one. We should have did one tonight. I would like to do 2 this weekend. I usually don't like doing double headers, because I want as much quality to go into, 1 as possible.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if I've got the juice to do one after this, to be honest with you, because it's so late.
We were
but
actually
maybe
gonna do one, but we had to reschedule it. You want to just
that's all right.
talk
We're gonna do it
about
tomorrow.
that? Yeah.
Well, we're gonna do it tomorrow. We're gonna do part of our Furlong Exploitation. We're gonna do the Night of the Demons remake, and we're gonna have our buddy Josh James on, the good old Josh James from the R-Rated Horror Channel. And who knows, man? Maybe we can do one.
Yeah.
Maybe, I mean, if I'm feeling ballsy enough, I don't know. We'll see. I don't get too ambitious. But I really would like to. And if we did one, I wonder which one we do. Do we have to necessarily do them like in order and do the first one? I like the second one better. So
do I. I hear people shit on that all the time. Like, I think Josh James was saying he likes the first one better.
The first one is very much plays off like a late 80s movie, whereas the second one very much plays like an early 90s movie. And I love it. Like, it's perfect. The way they're represented is perfect. But the second one is funnier. It's more quotable, and it's slapstick. It's more silly, but it's still Bill and Ted. Dude, it's better in every way.
I think so. Yeah.
The first one's good too, but it's like the first one's Nintendo. This one's Super Nintendo. It's just like better in every way in every little department.
That's a good comparison.
Hit! You have sank my battle sheep. Best of 7? Damn straight. Or do you say damn right? Damn right.
Straight, I think, yeah. Now this is the third boss. This is the one I was hoping we got to. Even though it's really easy, because I already know what to do.
So, where did you pick up life a second ago? Did you go back to the egg? Oh, look, it's another asshole. No, it's not.
It's a world full of assholes.
Do you think, what's your opinion of, like, Do you like this whole style where it's doing retro, but it's not quite retro, where it's got a higher frame rate than old games did, and it's got it looks nicer?
It actually doesn't. They just get away with more fast motion things because old games were 60 frames a second too, but it had slowdown if there was too much things on the screen.
But you don't think they're taking liberties here, like with that monster? Look how smooth it looks,
Oh yeah, probably yeah.
And those guys that were in it or whatever I saw.
The frame rate is what I meant.
This looks like the Slurm monster. Slurm. From Futurama.
Mm-hmm. Actually, I've never watched that show.
Oh, you're missing out, man. It's really funny.
Yeah, the first time I played this, I was getting my ass kicked. I had no idea what to do.
Are you familiar with a YouTuber named Gstar321?
I don't think so.
He's got a pretty solid subscriber base. He's like 75K, and he's been around forever. And all he does is streams, and you could tell like he's just talking on his headset, like he's playing Xbox, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
He's just talking on a headset, and so he's real basic. It's just him. He does these long plays. He'll play for like an hour, and he's super entertaining. I don't know why, but he's Australian, and I don't know. He was kind of our inspiration for wanting to do these more often, for me anyway, because I've been watching him a lot lately, and he has a lot of fun, and I actually enjoy just watching him play, and I enjoy his reactions, man. He's Australian. He'd be like, I play it too. Fuck. Nobody knows what he looks like, man. I always try and Google what this fucking guy looks like, and I can never find it. But he's good. I think he kind of like got all his subscribers based on, he kind of became known for doing all the Mortal Kombat streams. Like Mortal Kombat obsessed, and he's done like every Mortal Kombat game except for fucking Mortal Kombat 4 Game Boy Color. Nobody has put that out before. That's why we wanted to jump on it. Like the world has to know. We have to raise awareness that this game exists. It looks like a bloody rectum.
See, they couldn't do that in old games.
Yeah, that looks insane. Well, they couldn't do when you're shooting the red eggs, like the way those eggs looked. Blah blah blah. Those big explosions. I mean, it looks nice. But he does a lot of fighting games. That's pretty much what he does. Now he'll do like Tekken and Street Fighter and stuff, but I don't know. I kind of know why he does it. It's easy to... I think it's got to be easy to talk over a fighting game, I don't know. I don't think I could do like these long plays like Alpha Omega Sin. He did the entire Final Fantasy VII.
What?
Over installments, of course, right? Over time. But how could you play the entire game, even if it's like over the course of a few weeks, while talking?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just couldn't do it. Could you?
No.
It's just one of those games where you just no, I just want to like play this game, and there's like so much story. I don't know.
Yeah, I couldn't do it alone. Definitely. I need.
Definitely not alone. I mean, I'm exaggerating. Could we do it? Yeah, of course. But yeah, I mean, we could do it if we did it together. It'd be fun. But even then, I feel like if we both had the capture devices, is there any way we'd be able to like trade off? Probably not.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
This explains some more backstory that we don't give a shit about.
Yeah, I'm not reading it. You guys can read it at home. Let us know in the comments what it is. And we'll read it there. Trace, my sister. She found me in this breach? Unfortunately, I'm not knowing. Only Ophelia entered breach, and she has damaged goods. Okay, so I mean, the whole Chosen One story doesn't inspire much confidence.
Yeah, this chick you're talking to, it's kind of a joke on like whenever there'd be like English translation errors.
Really?
So she'll say stuff like
she has damage.
Yeah.
Is it gonna say when we finish it? Is it gonna be like, you just played a great game?
Congratulations, or whatever it said.
You just played a great game.
You just beat a really great game. Now
whatever.
Go rest our heroes. And they like, you saved the world from Gozer and Zool or something like that. What was it said?
I don't fucking remember. Oh man, that was on the short list too. We wanted to do. We almost did Ghostbusters 2, the NES game, the side scroll, because there's two Ghostbusters 2, right? There's one that's like US. They released two different prints. One of them's like top down. One of them's like a platform style.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna play the platform style. That's the one I grew up with, and I had an NES.
The one where they have like the big heads.
No, it's.
Oh, okay. The one where you're like the fucking logo
tiny.
And you're on the map.
No, you're thinking of Ghostbusters 1. Right?
Oh, okay.
Ghostbusters 2, I'm talking about the one where they're like really little sprites, like they're like tiny.
Yeah.
Like little blips. They almost look like Grand Theft Auto guys.
Mm-hmm.
But I had that when I was a kid, and we used to play it.
I had that thing.
I was like I had that. We had that when I was like 3 and 4 years old. And I've always wanted to play it because I've never beat it. And when we were kids, it was like notorious. I could barely get past the second level because it's an ecto level. You actually ride in the car. And then one time I got past it just by the skin of my teeth. And it was a courthouse, and I couldn't get past that. And that was only one time. So I've always wanted to go back and try and beat it.
Mm-hmm. Gotta get the life max up. What else you been watching?
Oh, fuck. Oh man, you're gonna laugh at me because it's so soccer mom. It's so cliche, but I've watched it a million times. I've been binge watching Law and Order SVU.
Oh yeah,
yeah, and I've done that like a million times in my life, and it's just like every couple of years I can do it again. Like, all right, I'll just put them on.
They're still doing that show.
It's season 18, I think, or 19.
So what? You watch the entire thing?
No, I stop after Stabler leaves.
Oh.
Elliot Stabler. Like I don't go past those. I have no desire to watch it with just Mariska Hargitay only. But yet that show has been on for a lot of years after.
Was it always structured the same way?
Yeah,
because they always meet somebody that leads them to this guy, that leads them to this guy, that leads them to this guy, and then it ends with them going to jail and there's music playing.
Yeah, and it's very formulaic. It's got a formula. It does become. I'm not saying you can 100% always predict it, but it becomes very predictable. And you can almost always have a pretty good guess on who did it.
Yeah.
Who the killer is. Like, it's not quite as obvious to say Scooby-Doo, where it's always the first fucking person they talk to. You know what I'm saying? It's always the first person. Yeah. But you kind of learn the way it works. It's not going to be the first person. Usually the first person is like a red herring. It's like, not that guy.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times they'd make those episodes. They'd have like a bit of a social commentary about what's going on at the time.
Scooby-Doo or Law and
Order? No, fuck not Scooby-Doo. That wasn't that deep, man.
Oh, don't you remember when Sonny and Cher was on that shit?
Yeah, I do.
The Globetrotters? That was
no,
deep
but
shit.
Like they'll have like an episode about pro-life, pro-choice predicament, just shit like stem cells. They'll do all that stuff.
Mm-hmm. Remember that episode of South Park where Christopher Reeves
now you know my true form
was breaking the necks of dead fetuses and sucking them?
Yeah,
sucking on
that
their
episode.
necks.
To me, that's about the most offensive they ever got.
That's amazing.
Like, to me, that was like peak offensiveness.
Really?
Yeah. Like, oh no, I wasn't offended myself, but I'm saying that's about. I'm saying as far as what they do. to me, that was their high bar. Like, I don't think they could ever do anything more offensive than that.
Were they playing on the idea that people don't know much about it? So, like, what do they think? They're breaking the baby's necks and sucking the life out of them?
Well, now they do. People thought it promoted, abortion, but, now they do stem cells off of the mother and like the placenta and the umbilical cord and shit, the stuff that you don't need.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Or so I hear. I'm not like a stud at this, but I think there's like stem cells in that too.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, that shit we don't need. I mean,
they should start doing stem cells from their foreskin since we cut it off.
Wherever you can get it. I mean, because I do believe in it, right? There's too many studies about it. There's too many like success stories about it, and that shit's like illegal here. You got people that have to fucking go to like Panama or something to do it. And there's so many celebrities. Joe Rogan just did a podcast with Mel Gibson about it.
Why is it illegal if they can do it from a fucking umbilical cord now?
It still cuts into fucking the hospital, profits, and I don't know, big pharma, because like Joe Rogan had Mel Gibson on, and he had his doctor, this guy who works in Panama that does it. Mm-hmm. And Mel Gibson, That's all they talked about, by the way. They didn't talk about his movies. They didn't talk about any of that stuff. He just went on there to talk about stem cell because he believed on it so much. Believed in it. And
that interests me more than his movies.
It is an interesting podcast. It's a little polarizing when he doesn't even bring up movies. Like, oh, okay, well, because they don't promote it as being that. He didn't say, okay, we're gonna have Mel Gibson. We're gonna talk about stem cells.
I would at least tell him you got to make a Passion of the Christ too.
Well, he is. Yeah, it's called The Resurrection.
What?
Yeah, they're making it. It's full speed ahead now. Now that I think they were waiting until he wasn't cancer anymore, really, before it can get greenlit.
That's gonna be so hard to take seriously to watch that.
Why? It's the resurrection. It's the natural next chapter.
But you don't want to see that done in a movie. It's cheesy.
Well, I think if anybody can do it well, it's him.
I actually didn't even watch the first one.
Randall Wallace, the guy who wrote Braveheart, is writing the script. And he's gonna do. Jim Caviezel is gonna be in it. It's gonna be whatever.
They need to get Pauly Shore to play Jesus Christ.
Get him to play Judas Iscariot. Judas.
That'd be amazing.
He betrayed one. It's like, or can you imagine if he was Jesus? One of you will betray me. Ah! I can't do it like you, man.
I would come.
Do it. Like, how would Pauly Shore sound if he's at the Last Supper?
You actually do it better than me. I don't know why you're talking.
I didn't do it good.
I can't do it at all. I just do my own version of it.
I like your version of it. This is Mac's that day the world. Ah! Ah! But no, so yeah, he is doing the resurrection. But anyway, the stem cell thing, yeah, he was talking about. He's like, yeah, I took my father down. His father has had a lot of problems, and he would take him down there and get helped out. He would be in bad shape at 75 years old, and now he's like 98. And he's like, he's healthier now, and he's fucking having way more quality of life than he did at 75 because of stem cells. And they go into more detail about what his ailments were and what they did. And this guy, he also talks about his other clients. A lot of like UFC fighters go down to Panama and get his treatment, and it's like it'll like regenerate stuff and disc issues and shit like that. It's like, it's amazing. It's almost like this amazing cure-all. And obviously there's certain limitations, obviously, but man, like if we could just have that shit go mainstream, it would. I
think we banned even like studying it.
I don't understand though, like why?
I don't know,
because like I said, I don't know too much about it. I can understand how the idea of fetuses and things like that, them saying, okay, well that only supports pro-choicers cause if you're a conservative.
You're not going to stop them from getting abortions anyway. You might as well do it when they do.
But that's what I'm saying. Then that only like, it's like the whole, well, I don't want you to have premarital sex, but if you do, wear a condom. It's like you promote. It's kind of that.
You
whole
might
thing.
as well just say when you do, because like the whole abstinence thing doesn't work either. Like, they're just more likely to fuck in the ass and blowjobs.
And you don't want somebody doing a blowjob after getting in the ass.
Exactly.
You don't want to be educated and get like some kind of, don't get like, I don't know, disease.
Right.
But
I remember in school they taught me that if someone has a disease, or they used to tell me like, oh yeah, condoms fail a lot of time, like over 50%.
That's not true.
I know, but they said
they would be out of business, my friend.
They do. They would tell me that. They'd say, "Oh yeah, because it was like an abstinence only thing."
50% of the time.
And granted, that was junior high, so maybe I never took health class in high school, so maybe that was better. But like they'd also tell you, like, "Oh yeah, if you have a disease and you have sex, it don't matter how many condoms you're wearing, you're getting it."
Oh.
Yeah, my little town sucks.
But yeah, man, check it out. It's cool, but like he goes on a list of all these different like famous people and athletes that he's helped, and he goes into detail because he got permission from all of them. Like they gave him permission to talk about it. He'll talk about their ailments and what they did for him. It's fucking mind blowing, man. But like I said, I get the dilemma, the gray issue, but I don't know much about it, but it sounded to me from when I was listening to this that they do studies on stuff that's not the aborted babies. It's like, born babies. They're talking about like, the umbilical cord.
I think
and shit
they
like
can do it like if you're an organ donor, maybe. I think they do it after you die too.
I mean, I'm all for freedom, but if it's gonna, if this secret fucking sauce was in umbilical cords and shit that people dispose of when they have babies,
and foreskin, yeah,
why would not? That'd be a little bit more of a great. Some people don't believe in that. If you force people to cut your kids, we'd have a problem because some people don't do it for religious purposes, obviously. But
I mean the ones that do it.
Purposes. Yeah, but the umbilical cord though. I get it. You'd still want. Would you be mad if that was like a cure-all? If we could get all the stem cells we wanted out of umbilical cords, I would hope everybody would say yes. But like, would you be mad if they passed a law that pretty much forced that? Like, you're not using this. We're gonna take this and use it.
I wouldn't give a fuck.
It's like this. This might help somebody fucking.
I guess we shouldn't force them, but like, do people want to keep that shit? Like, I was gonna keep that. I was gonna tape it to my body and pretend it was mine.
Like, I think they were talking about this one athlete who would have easily been in a wheelchair. He got into an accident, but because he got on stem cells, it helped like a degenerative like disc issue, like his spine, Mm-hmm. And he's like, now he's walking again, and he never would have been walking. He'd still be in a wheelchair to this day for the rest of his life,
But he started sucking the fucking guts out of their necks.
Now you see my true
like Christopher Reeves. I want to see that episode again now.
Yeah, do you have Hulu? They're all streaming on Hulu, obviously.
I don't.
You don't?
Nope. I actually want to get the Blu-rays when they come out, though. Because they mastered every episode in HD and in widescreen.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's the ones that are on Hulu.
Are they going to release them by season? Are they just going to release the whole set?
Yeah, they recently, I think 1, 2, and 3 are coming out. Or they might have already came out, so...
the nickel and dime thing's dumb. Blu-rays can hold so much. Like, just release a big set with as much as you can load on it. Like
I agree, seasons. Yeah.
It's like, who wants all this fucking clutter anymore?
And they're really expensive, all 3 of them.
How much are they?
At least $23
a piece.
Yeah,
when they're streaming on Hulu exclusively. I say, I think they did this with DVDs, right? Didn't they release volumes? If anything, do volumes, like in Blu-ray volume box sets. I mean, because I know it's been on forever. You're probably gonna fit everything, but. And even then, man, I think there's certain seasons I could easily skip. I think there's certain seasons that are weaker than others.
Mm-hmm. I think like the first 2 at least were all great. Like every episode I remember. But it might just be nostalgia.
I like the one where Cartman, obviously it's pure exploitation like he does. He starts the Christian band.
Mm-hmm.
Christ plus one. No, Faith plus one, my bad. No, yeah, he was singing the song. No, his song was I Want to Be Inside You, Christ.
I want to get down on my knees and start pleasing Jesus. I want to feel his salvation all over my face.
Faith plus one. I love the album cover.
Apparently those are all like full songs, but they haven't been released.
I love it. Like the commercial they play, like the hits, and it's like him singing them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those are great.
Genius.
Did you ever play in the South Park games?
Yeah.
Play like the first-person shooter, the 64 one.
That was not good.
Yeah, it looked dumb.
You could pee on the snow and throw it at people.
I used to play.
Then there was a Chef's Love Shack, which was
I used to play Chef's Love Shack all the time.
Yeah, it was a bunch of mini games, right?
It was a game show with mini games.
Yeah,
it was like Jeopardy, but it was Jeopardy, but it had mini games which were a lot of fun. The only thing is we eventually played that game so much to where we had seen every question.
Mm-hmm.
And so nowadays on a Blu-ray you could have like just infinite fucking amounts of questions. But it was a lot of fun, man. And they weren't South Park questions. Literally, like there was a question I remember. It was like, basically a chef would read the question and be like, Pearl Jam's third album. Obviously, it was just Vitology, and it'd be like a whole bunch of like words that were. It was like a legit quiz show. It was kind of fun.
You ever listen to the album Chef Aid?
No, I mean I know what it is, but no. I still never played Stick of Truth or The Fractured But Whole.
Yeah, you're dumb for that. You should be murdered. Just kidding.
No, I think I'd have a blast playing them.
Mm-hmm.
And I hear they don't take long to get through, right?
Yeah, they're pretty quick.
Which makes it more attractive. Did you just fucking... Is that your dick?
Yeah, you can turn into a little, like, bug. I don't know what the fuck it is. Yeah, fuck that big turtle thing.
Oh. What else did we play? We played a whole bunch of stuff. My brother and I, we played through a whole bunch of games that we will be doing for these. We'll be doing here in the future. Just kind of doing some playthroughs, first. We're gonna be doing the Wily Wars. I want to tackle that whole thing, Sega Genesis.
Mm-hmm.
You
want to talk about how you've already did it and fucked up?
No, I was kind of avoiding that.
Yeah, just the learning curve that comes with learning how to do this stuff.
Yeah, it's funny though. I don't really give a shit. I'd rather stuff be good, and be the way it needs to be.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
I almost asked him, like, man, do you think people would want to watch a Let's Play of Jeopardy? Let's play Jeopardy on the PlayStation 2. Like,
you could. I'd watch that.
We might try. I mean, it doesn't. It's like nobody does that shit. We fucking love Jeopardy, man.
Maybe that'd be a good one for like if I join in, since it's not like.
Oh yeah.
Since it's not like it's not all about playing. It's like answering questions.
Yeah, dude. We get fucking heated in Jeopardy. My brother, we played it a couple weeks ago, and he literally wanted to kill me over Jeopardy. Really? Because he likes to think he always wins. I'm like, no, you don't always win at Jeopardy. It's pretty 50-50. And I won 2 in a row, and it fucking pissed him off. Because the first one, of course, is a fluke. He's like all bitchy and mad. And then I win a second game, like, okay. And then he's like blames the questions. Like, those questions, those categories are fucked up. Like whatever, dude. But we get pretty heated.
You haven't like got to the point where you remember all those questions yet?
No, like when you get to like the PS2 and stuff, that even those could hold a shit ton.
Yeah.
But I don't think so. But no, Blu-ray, man, would be unstoppable. I love game show games. I do. But ever since the PS3 era, they got neutered. Mm-hmm. Like they don't. Like ever since the PS3 era, they all look like shitty Mii's. Like animated, look stupid. You don't get to pick like a real guy anymore, and you don't get to see video footage of Alex Trebek, which is great. And they get in the worst crime ever. You play Jeopardy. Now they're all multiple choice.
Oh yeah.
It removes all the challenge of fucking Jeopardy. It's absolutely
like fucking
stupid.
Peanut from Jury Duty.
Yeah. Damn, Jeopardy! Yeah, but it's absolutely ridiculous. I bought Jeopardy on the PlayStation 4, and I'm like, fuck, it's another multiple choice game. And now they even made it even more impersonal by they rescinded the rights, so it doesn't have Jeopardy music. It's called Jeopardy, but it doesn't actually use the TV show music, and it doesn't have Alex Trebek. It's like, this sucks, and it's multiple choice. It's not even Jeopardy anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So we literally play the PS1 and PS2 Jeopardy still.
Yeah. See, this is like a secret little level. I don't have enough health to try to play through it. I'll just die.
I can't believe this game took you about 15 hours. That's such a...
Well, I mean, there's an achievement or a trophy where you can unlock it if you beat the game in 4 hours. So it's possible.
How many times have you beaten it prior to this? Just the once? Twice? How much faster did you beat it the second time?
I think I actually just got a little under 4 hours, a little over 4 hours.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Do you think it's slowing you down because you're doing a commentary over it?
maybe a little bit. Yeah.
So I mean, if we could do this in like 4 or 5 installments, man, that's not bad.
Mm-hmm.
So if you guys dig it, we can always finish it, and I'd be interested to know what else you want to do. So what have we done? We've done Resident Evil long plays. We would be doing this. We did Mega Man X. Is that it? No, we did. Am I missing one? We did Resident Evil 1 and 2.
Yeah, we did 3 also.
We did?
Those weren't really like, we weren't playing the game, but I played it, edited it, and then we did a commentary over it. But it can still be considered because we only did it that way because we didn't know how to do it this way.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's still the same for now. I'll have to go through and rebrand those, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'd be interested to know what everybody wants to see as far as the long play stuff, because this is interesting. Because it's stuff that we have to sit with for a while.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, make it good.
Yeah, we can actually end this one if you're out of stuff to talk about.
How much time have we put into it?
I'm not sure because I've been...
Oh, yeah.
I only got the time that the stream has been going, but it was sitting here for a while before you got on.
We've been going just a little over an hour.
All right.
Is this a good stopping point?
Yeah, this is good if you want to.
Okay. Yeah, let's call this a good stopping point. And I don't know, you close it out, man. This is your bag.
Yeah, guys, let us know if you want us to continue this game. And that's all I got. Now you go.
Oh, I don't have anything else. You know me, I'm just a whore and I want to pimp out the rest of the stuff. I'll just reiterate what we said earlier. If you guys happen to be just watching this and you're not familiar with our channel, do check out the other content. We kind of do film commentaries. That's our Behind the Mask podcast. We do my show, which is The Deep End with Aaron Lipscomb. That's more conversational, revolving guest type thing. Mac and Zach Save the World's in the network too. You guys have your own channel. Slapstick comedies, commentaries, drunken commentaries. That's where you're gonna find the drunk ones. And maybe Hobo with the podcast will get a revival one of these days. But yeah, check that stuff out. And vice versa on the flip side, if you guys listen to that other stuff and you're checking this out, just know that this doesn't take the place of that stuff. It's just added stuff. It's extra content. Building the network, right?
This is the shit that you're paying for on Patreon, but we're giving it away for free.
Yeah, exactly. So check it out. Something for everybody. That's really all I got, man.
Me too. This is good water.
It's good planet juice.
Mm-hmm.
These are fun. These are a little bit more laxed, you know. Like we're not really. I don't know. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice. But yeah, that'll be it, man. We'll see you guys next time.
Cool.